to all on the dignitaries, on the dais, and students, staffs, parents, and everyone present here. It's an honor for me today to be among you all, where, in this wonderful annual day. And it's my privilege to witness the hard work, the dedication, and the creativity of students and staff on this very much day. The annual day always, it's a display of academic excellence, talents, dedication, and moreover, what I believe, it's a spirit of unity, what is very well presented here, and I once again thank you all for inviting me for this event. In this institution, as I've known this, when the NITTE Institute of Physiotherapy started, I was in the final year of BPT, was studying in Emisheti College under Mangalore University back then. I have been here as an external examiner several times, and back then it was there in the near the Pompel Circle. So that's where I used to come, and I used to love the hospitality and also the way how the students used to answer back then. So NITTE has stood since a long time for the excellent delivery of knowledge and education. And more importantly, I was bestowed with my fortune to say to be the first batch of PhD in this very much university. And my inclination towards research was much more supported, though back in those days PhD was not so very regular in the curriculum, and I wanted to do something related to research. That's when I always say I'm very grateful to one person who gave me a new dimension to my life, Dr. Danesh sir. And he is more like my brother, well-wisher, guru, and a great friend. And to say the opportunities, whatever I got in through this institution, I have seen many principals earlier who have tried to do their best and have done the best in this institution. Moreover, what I see is the NITTE physiotherapy in particular to say has seen a growth with always enthusiastic leader who has built this team with fully charged and spirited staffs. And of course, with all the time encouraging management, and the way how the transformation has been seen, as an external faculty as well as a scholar in this institute, how Danesh sir has taken from step by step, from the way how he could manage the students to the way how staff's unity and there also the dedication towards his work, how he could convince the management to take to the different levels of the society. The display of all the annual days, that's just a remarkable things what is done for the last year, probably in the counting for the more than 27 years, whatever he would have done. I think it is being to be imagined how he could really get such thoughts and ideas and how he motivates and pushes or probably draws people around him to do such a wonderful events, serving the society and also being getting glamour and great. Also, the dignity to the management is very, very essential, I think, which he's already been doing. And also, when I came here to join for my PhD back in 2010, I was, research was just a passion, but didn't know what is the depth of it or what to know about it. Back then, sir was also doing his PhD. He guided me in the way how the PhD should be done. We used to have fun nights talking about, did you study this for your pre-PhD exam? How have you prepared for your synopsis? And the way how he could teach me was how to build up discipline in PhD. Half the time we kind of give up the way how we could carry on. And of course, even I had given it up for 2 years and I said, no, I won't be able to do it. My work and my family, my other things are not supporting. I really don't know how I again got back into PhD. And thanks for all this, sir. Without his kind of support, rather I should say he kicked my back so that I could do my PhD. And also, recently I was just, this is for the students, I would just want to convey a small thing. I was just reading through an article about a motivational speaker who was asked a question by an IT manager who said, retaining the new internees or so-called the new freshers in the job was difficult. And he just had to say there were three eras or three revolutions. So first one was the industrial revolution where the grandparents, they got the job and they were looking for the job so that they could fulfill the needs of the family, like in bread and butter. And also they could see their children were educated. Even though their bosses were bullying on them, they did not care, but they were in a job. Later on came the next round of evolution, that was IT revolution, where our parents stood. Now here, our parents kind of worked more for a house, to have a car, and also maybe educate the children well, and of course to pay the EMIs. Then comes the digital revolution, where the present so-called generation are there. Now, digitalization is something which has brought the entire world into your hands. Everyone are smart without a smartphone, is it? So likewise, so when the digital revolution started, now whatever the family has to be earning is been done by the grandfather. How to sustain or invest, it is done by the parents. Now what are the present generation doing? They're looking for the quality of life. In this quest of quality of life, how do they get the quality of life? They again are looking into something called as well-being with health. Now that was the speaker or the motivational speaker had to tell why the retaining ship is, because they stay, the retainers, I don't know how many of you know in the IT industries, whenever the ITs are recruited, the young ones, they won't stay for more than 2 to 3 months. Once their training period is over, quickly they change. So retaining is very difficult because they look for quality. I don't like this job. There's no fun in it. You know, why should I work for 8 hours stretch? And they kind of, most of them are health conscious. That's where we as physiotherapists, we pitch in. We, of course, the institutions ratherly, they give us knowledge, they give us attitude, how to kind of stand in the profession. Also, they teach you the skill. Now, skill is the one what you kind of take from these institutions which teach you what is physiotherapy is all about. Just having the skill is not sufficient. You might be an excellent in your field, your academic also is very good, and your curriculum is also very nicely taught. But how do you kind of take it to the market? You should know how to market your product. You know, if you're skilled enough, you should know how to sell it. That is where you should get more enterprised. Brand yourself in the society. Give a well or a good service to the nation. Be good citizens. Now, having said all these things, I thank you all for giving me an opportunity. It was a great honor to be in midst of this awesome crowd along with the parents here and the staffs, and also to the principal, and more importantly management, and with the chief guest here. I thank you one and all for giving this. Thank you.